Welcome to Stuck in My Mind podcast, the show where we dive into the mind of a regular guy on his road to self-discovery. You'll hear everyday people just like you share the latest topics, personal stories, and things they've learned along the way. And now, please welcome your host, Wise.
It's your boy W-I-Z-E Wise, and today's sponsor is Real Sleep. The pandemic has had a tremendous impact on sleep, insomnia, and anxiety. If you are suffering from sleep issues like half the world is, our sponsor, Real Sleep, has developed the world's first personalized sleep solution, customized to you. Unlike prescription and over-the-counter sleep aids, their plant-based formula works with your body to get you to sleep faster, help you to sleep deeper, and cut down on sleep disturbances. While sleep is solitary, you are not alone, and Real Sleep is here to help. That's why we're teaming up with Real Sleep to give you 20% off your next purchase. Go to the link in our show notes and use the code POD to see why Real Sleep is the last sleep product you ever need. And you know how I do it. Your boy Wise is out. Peace out. All right, and welcome to another episode. I am your host, W-I-Z-E-Y, and I have a very special guest. He's an author here, actually, to help promote his book. Welcome to the show, AJ Murre. What's up, AJ?
Hi there. Not much. I'm hanging out in Curacao. It's beautiful, and I'm excited for this interview.
Oh, man, it's Curacao. I wish I was on a tropical island right now, man. I'm just looking at nothing but snow, man. And it snowed. Right, it snowed. We had the big storm a few weeks ago, and we have so much snow that it's just like never ending.
Because where are you stationed again? You said Memphis?
No, I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in the Pocono Mountains.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay. So how thick is that snow? Can you build like crazy igloos out of it?
Oh man, when we first got hit with the storm, it was over 30-something inches.
Wow. Okay, that's like ridiculous. Yeah.
And then we've been getting.
I've never seen snow that thick in my life.
We've been getting little flurries here and there, so it's just like it doesn't want to. But the weather's been warming up a little, so it's been melting. So we're gonna probably get more flooding now.
Okay. Yeah. So what would you like to know?
What's the book? What's the title and what's it about?
All right. So the title is Titan of the Shifting Sands, and it's a pretty long book. I find it very difficult to kind of pinpoint what it's about exactly. But I'd say one of the main drivers in the story is there's a revolution brewing, and a politician is smuggling weapons through a vessel known as Titan of the Shifting Sands. And unbeknownst to the captain, it's his first mate that's handling the transactions, and everything just goes to chaos slowly as the captain tries to figure out what's going on.
So what made you go into writing?
You know, I started writing when I was 18, and I didn't have much of a budget, I didn't have much of a budget, but you don't need much of a budget to start writing. You just open up a computer and a Word doc, and then you can just start. And, the funny thing is I was diagnosed dyslexic and ADHD, and I don't know about the ADHD part, if that really matters, but I never could read. I thought it was super boring. I couldn't quite get myself to finish a book, so I never expected myself to write at all. But then after having done maybe like 40 pages as a screenplay at first, I really discovered that it's incredibly fun to do it, and that it's like a puzzle with infinite ways to fix the puzzle, so to speak. And I fell in love with it. That was 4 years ago, and I never looked back. And honestly, I feel like my dyslexia is almost gone in English, at least.
It's amazing that, because I'm someone who suffers from dyslexia, sees the words all jumbled up and all that. So
yeah, man.
And for you to become a writer, like that's an awesome story,
it's
man. That's
super ironic.
No, that's something people need to hear. That shows you that people who have dyslexia can still accomplish things that no one thought they could.
No, it's an ironic twist of fate, because I would have not even believed myself if I had told myself this at age 17 or something. But I can tell you that, especially after having written, it's 450 pages, and I've been editing it for 4 years at this point. I just finished my second novel, but that that has to be edited still. And I can tell you that dyslexia is not an issue anymore because you're just so used to the words. Of course, occasionally if I'm reading, I come across a word that just that I'm not super familiar with, and I will kind of stumble and my tongue will twist and trip a little bit. But, overall, it's better than my Dutch, which is supposed to be my native language. But
yes, I
wrote my book in English.
I see you're from Amsterdam, so.
Yeah, man, exactly. So my Dutch should be my first language, but after having written Titan of the Shifting Sands and the second one, Kingdom of the Ascension, I feel far more comfortable in my English, which isn't too strange for a Dutchman.
No, you speak. I wouldn't know you was from Dutch. You was a Dutchman from the way you talk.
Yeah, I'm a half American, but I lived in the Netherlands for most of my life.
That explains it. There you go. Yeah, I'm like, you sound like you from the States, man.
My mom is from California, and I lived there a few years, but 6 years in total. And I'm 23. I just turned 23 a week ago, so I should be better in my Dutch. But like my American identity is basically completely taken over.
Oh, them damn Americans.
Taking over everything. No, honestly, I like it more like this. I like it like this.
No,
Americans
man, listen, that's why I guess that's why Catherine hooked us up. Big shout out to Pink Cloud 9 for setting this up. Yeah, because she knows that I like to have people on who have a story to share, and people need to know that even if you suffer from dyslexia or whatever else you suffer from, you still can get things accomplished, man. You can still get things done, man.
Oh yeah. It might take a little extra work, but shouldn't stop you. What we were just talking about, like working hard always pays off. Maybe not in the way you might expect.
Listen, when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I had a decent podcast studio that I had purchased a year before, and once I started recording, it's just like a tidal wave just came down and just wiped there, because I just record free as much as possible. It's like you couldn't get me to record at first. Now I'm just recording. I have so much in my back catalog that I just hired a couple of editors to help me shift that so I can. And I usually do all my editing myself, but with some of the projects that I have coming along, and me starting a production company. And
how many recordings do you do like a week?
Sometimes I can do 2, 3. Sometimes I could do 6, but that's also including me being a guest on other people's show.
Yeah, so there's like a whole community, because this is
just like you, like how you need to go out and promote yourself and go out and meet other people. I need to really go out on other podcasts and promote myself and grow my audience, and it's the same thing, man. We're basically in the same. We're self promoters. We have to go out and promote ourselves, and especially if we don't have any big backing behind us.
No, and that I found that very intimidating at first, but like you said, you just got to go out there, try to get on podcasts, and promote you gotta make yourself the product, so to speak. And then the book is kind of just an attachment to the product that I am, So, but actually, I wanted to ask you, because this is my second interview, and there's this whole culture around podcasts, and I personally never listened to podcasts and stuff, but I would just like to know, I don't know, like, what are some tips to get to more people, bigger podcasts, bigger audiences? How do I kind of inject myself into that world, so to speak?
Join groups. There's groups that from Facebook especially, that are looking for a guest. There's companies like Podmatch. There's what else is another one? There's quite a few other ones that they link people up with shows. So yeah, that's how I find a lot of my guests. I have different outlets that I go to. But for the most part, Facebook, join a lot of Facebook groups that are looking, and it's in the name. Just type in podcast guest, want to be a podcast guest, and you'll get a whole bunch of groups. And just sign up and tell them your story. Tell them, hey, listen, I'm an author. I suffer from dyslexia. They want people like you. You're an interesting subject. You're something that where people can, like, again, you have a story to share. You have something that you've overcome to move to progress forward, and your story, everyone has a unique story. So there might be someone who suffers from dyslexia and is really down and listens to this and sees that you overcame, you're doing good. You actually wrote your second book now. You just got to edit it. That inspires people. That's like, yo, this guy is a regular guy. Look what he did. Maybe I can do it too. Maybe they wanted to do something else and they felt like they couldn't do it. That's why I love doing this, especially when I hook up with people that have a great story to share or who are in general just good people. It's fun, man. This is inspiring.
I can see. Do you have like a bigger would you say friend group at this point? Have you made like some real connections?
I've made some amazing connections. This community has been great. Like I've made some friends that are going to be my friends for the rest of my life. Like that's the kind of connection we've made.
Do you do like regular podcasts with them? Just like chilling out?
I've had a few podcasts that I've appeared on their show a few times. Like I have a couple of friends that have game show podcasts. I'll come on their show a few times, and then there's a couple of shows.
Game show podcast.
Yeah, there's actually game shows.
That sounds like fun.
But it's more like a video. Is a video podcast and stuff like that, and it's cool, man. I'm having.
Well, it sounds like fun to watch.
I'm having a blast. Yeah.
What do you guys do? What kind of games do you guys play then? It's like Uno or something?
Oh no, there's some of them are like when I did my friend's Jeff's show, it was basically like a question game, like on movies and like in Jurassic Park, such and such person did this. So it's stuff like that. It's like movie trivia and stuff like that.
Wait, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
It's like movie trivia. Stuff like that, just like games like that.
I would be very bad at that. But yeah.
I'm a big movie buff, so I'm good at movie trivia.
I'd probably only get like you just said Jurassic Park, like Jurassic Park and Star Wars. Those are like the only things that I'd probably have any points in. So you definitely take the cake with that one.
So would you want to transition into writing movies?
That's how I started, but I think.
So you started out writing screenplays.
Yeah, it started out as a screenplay, but I realized that it would have a much bigger chance of becoming something in the early stages where it's just a book, because a screenplay is almost impossible to get turned into a movie, but a book, you can turn a book into a book easily. You
can turn a book into a screenplay,
then, yeah, you can do it like that as well, and especially now because people actually really a lot of the people that I've let read Titan say that they can really see movie scenes in this becoming a movie. So I see it less as, how do I say it? The story itself is far more important to me than being able to turn it into a movie or a game or a blah or a blah. It's really about the story to me at this point, because it's really taken a life of its own. It's massive. It spans like 3 years and a lot of characters. People actually say it's like Dune, which I've never read, but I take it as a massive compliment.
I haven't read Dune, but I've seen the original movie and I'm a big fan of it. So
I haven't seen the original movie either. But they say it's like it.
The movie it's a long time ago, man, way before your time.
Way before my time, yeah. Yeah. All I know is that there's like this stuff called spice and people with blue eyes, and
that's way before.
And a lot of sand.
Listen, I was a little kid when it came out, and this was 1980 something, so it's been a long time already. Again, I'm giving away my age, even though people who listen to my show know I'm old already. So. Yeah, man. Well, sorry, there was an iguana behind me. It was distracting me. Sorry. Good thing I'm not a video podcast. They wouldn't nobody noticed. Man. Dude, so I was in the jacuzzi like a month ago or something, and an iguana was chasing another iguana, and the one that was being chased like belly flopped into the pool or into the jacuzzi where I was, and like swam right past me, and I thought it was super cool, but I also kind of had a little freak out because you don't know what the hell is going to happen. But they're everywhere here. People eat them. They just catch iguanas and cook them up. It's nuts. Yeah. It's really good, but you got a lot of small bones. It's really difficult to eat. Yeah. Yeah, I've never had iguana. I don't know. I rather And I can't say I won't never have. Who knows? Maybe one day.
If you come to Curacao, it's gonna be given to you eventually. Yeah. Yeah.
So
what
AJ,
have you eaten though? Because you did live in a. You said you were all around the Caribbean, and I'm a bit of a foodie. Are you?
yes.
So I want to know some crazy dishes that I can get when I travel to the Caribbean.
Oh man, I'm a foodie, but I'm not an exotic foodie. Like there's certain things I probably like. My brother loves to eat turtle soup. He loves turtle soup.
Turtles.
Yes.
Okay, so where can I get that?
I don't know.
Although I don't know if that's ethical. Aren't they like endangered?
I have no clue. I don't eat them. So then there's some people that eat pigeons. There's some people that eat iguanas. Yeah. So I'm not exactly into I'm not an exotic foodie.
You never had crocodile beef jerky or crocodile jerky?
No. The craziest I've probably had was deer jerky.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. Deer. Venison, huh?
Venison, yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
That's probably the most exotic. I've had caviar. I've had a couple other things, but yeah, that's about it. I'm not crazy with food like that.
Okay, I get you.
But who knows? Who knows if I go outside to Europe or somewhere or anywhere and might find something I've never had.
Europe is pretty tame in terms of food, in my opinion. If you really want to go crazy, like Southeast Asia, but that's scary to me, man. That's scary to me too. I don't know what I'm gonna have there. I don't know what they're gonna give me.
You don't know if you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
Very good. No, man. Like you go up to a buffet and you get some meat, and then later you walk back and you ask them what it is, and like they say, like, I don't know, like a bat or something. They call it flying dog. So, you know, if you ate it and it's good, who cares? But don't ask what you're having before you eat it.
Just don't ask. Just don't tell me. Just don't tell me this. Don't tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just put some nice spices on it.
Make it taste good, and just don't tell me.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if anybody out there listening, if I ever come to your house, and it's some craziness, don't tell me what it is. Just like, hey, it's good, eat it.
Sure.
I won't say no because I won't.
It's good, eat it.
Because I won't want to, I guess, be disrespectful. So I'll probably
don't want to be rude or something.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude. So, but don't tell me what it is. Lie to me. I don't care.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So AJ, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Let everybody know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, well, actually, I just made a TikTok because my my aunt, who's big into self-publishing, she said, you got to get an audience, and she made a Twitter for me. But no one uses Twitter. I don't know. Do you use Twitter? Because I don't.
I use Twitter, but I use Twitter to promote. But I use it to promote. To promote like my latest episodes. But generation. I don't really be on Twitter tweeting and no.
Yeah,
I'm more of a.
Yeah,
so I use Instagram.
Like
I need to be a more of a TikTok influence because they do build a big following.
Dude, I've had it for 4 days and I already have 60 followers, and all I'm doing is posting like random videos. It's like I'm super surprised at how quickly it's going. Like one of my videos has like almost 1,000 views. It's me getting water from a coconut. That's it. You know. Or has almost 10,000 views. It's insane. Just a random video. I don't even have good quality on my camera, you know. But I would definitely recommend it. But my Twitter or my TikTok is probably like Austin JJ Murre, and that's the same for my Instagram. And my Facebook is just Austin Murre, so Murre. And other than that, yeah. So that's about it. That's about it, you know.
Yeah. Listen, you living it up right now. I'm jealous. I wish I was in Curacao right now. I'm looking forward to my next vacation. I can't. How is it over there with the pandemic?
Like, you won't even notice it. Seriously, no one's walking around with a mask. The cases here are like, there was 3 days in a row that there were 0 cases, and then like days that there are cases, they're like 8 or 2 or something. So it's ridiculously low. It's normal. It's normal out here. Like it's not even happening. Yeah, that's why I was supposed to be here for 5 days. I've been here for 3 months, and that's like a normal story. Everyone else has that because it's also very affordable.
Oh, so you went for 5 days and you've been there 3 months? That's a story in itself.
Yes, Yeah, I know, but like everybody has that. You could be talking to like 20 people. I was at like the beach bar yesterday, and yeah, I'm Australian. You know, I've been here for since what was it, like June of last year, and I was only supposed to come for like 3 weeks, and that's just super normal. I'm gonna go back to Amsterdam on March 14th. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but honestly, I miss Amsterdam.
How's the do you smoke?
The pandemic out there?
No, yeah. How's
Pardon?
it over there?
Do I smoke? No, I do not smoke marijuana. But the pandemic in Amsterdam is very bad right now. Like, it's super red, and that's because no one cares. Like, there are tons of restrictions in place, but everybody just doesn't listen to it. So I've heard. I've been here for 3 months, but that's what I've been told.
What in the
Not very smart.
Well, listen, it's people are going to want to do what they want to do. It's the same thing here. Nobody wants to wear the mask. Everybody's bitching. Everybody's fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I would. Who doesn't want it to go back to normal? Everybody does. But it's a serious thing, man. I just lost a real close friend of mine. He lost his battle with COVID this past week. They took him off this ventilator. So it's real, man. It's real. And I wish people would take it seriously, man. I'm
sorry about your friend, man. I fortunately haven't lost anyone, but like that's real messed up for you.
And I could have easily emailed you and been like, no, listen, I don't want to do the show, but he wouldn't want that. Yeah, he wouldn't want that.
Oh, wait, this happened like recently.
This happened Saturday. This just happened Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That is fresh. What was his name?
His name was Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So,
rest in peace.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was one of my biggest supporters. I've known him. He's one of those people that you don't know when. I've known him all my life. Like, literally, I've known him all my life. When I was born, he was around. So it's just hard, man. But he, like I said, he was one of my biggest supporters, one of my biggest inspirations for wanting to do this, man. Like, when I started doing it, he's someone who listens to it. He listens to podcasts. He knows podcasts. He does listen to Rogan, all the big guys. And for him to go and tell me, yo, you're pretty good, keep doing it, that just inspired me to just go hard, man. Yeah, man. It's gonna hurt. Of course, bro.
Yeah. Because he was he also there to give you constructive criticism and just help you along your way? Like I said,
he was one of my biggest supporters, man. And anytime I had a question, if I felt that, hey, if I spoke to him, I'm like, yo, what you thought about this, and he would give his honest opinion. And like I said, he was one of my biggest supporters. So I'm definitely gonna miss him.
You know, I didn't really take COVID very seriously in the beginning. I don't think many people did, but a friend of mine, his mom only had one lung, and she unfortunately had COVID, and my friend also had COVID, so he wanted to visit her in the hospital, knowing that was probably going to be her last day, and she was calling him, like begging for him to come so that she could see him, and he couldn't. Like, they wouldn't let him leave because of quarantine, and she died, and he didn't get to see her. And when that happened, when I heard that, I really realized how serious it is. So when I hear stories like yours, it's just like, it puts things into perspective, and that this is a serious thing. That, you know, yeah, you can't go to the hairdresser for like 3 months. So what? People are dying. People are losing family.
No, listen. I wanted to go back to normal as anybody else, man. But
yeah, of course, me too.
We just need to take care of each other and protect each other and get through this together. As though, not just the United States, the whole world, everything, everywhere. It's just the fact that we're all human beings. We should all just focus on taking care of each other.
Hopefully it's going to end soon, and then everything can kind of get back to normal.
Yeah.
Although,
hopefully,
we did live through a crazy time. Like, this is better than war, you know.
Who knew like it was going to be like this? Like, 2020 was a wash. Like, nothing really. It's just, and right now everything just blends into, like, since last year, everything just blends into like one day. Who knows what day number this is? And
I fortunately I don't have that. I wasn't locked up like in my house for very long. I had the fortune of being able to move around. So to me, like, it did feel like a year. Honestly, it felt really long. I feel really guilty because 2020 was actually one of the best years of my life, personally.
Honestly, I can like 2020 has been awesome. It was awesome as far as me personally and my success and my podcast taking off. Yes, and people say you shouldn't feel guilty. You did something positive out of a negative situation.
Yeah,
and that's what you're supposed to do.
That's a good way to look at it.
That's what you're supposed to do. Is like I could have been like, oh man, this pandemic sucks. I dove into my podcast, went into it, and just worked, man. Just build this up and just gave people positive content, something for them to enjoy and listen to and help them get through this. And
you're only going to keep on growing. You're only going to keep on growing.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I'll get, listen, every single time I record, I get better. Every single time is with time, man. This is episode, I don't know what episode this is going to be, but I've released 78 episodes.
Nice.
So
nice. Yeah.
I'm in this for the long haul, man. I'm having a great time.
By the time, like 4 years from now, you're probably going to look back and you're going to be so much further than you thought you would be. And that, as long as you keep moving, and it sounds to me like you're going to keep moving.
But that's what people. That's what people fail to realize is that you have to grow, man. With everything, you have to grow. You just can't just stay stagnant. You have to grow and develop, and that's what life is growth. I feel the moment you feel that you don't need to grow anymore is the time. Is like that
it's
time
the day you
to go.
die.
Yeah.
The day doesn't matter anymore. Oh man, I'm getting super sunburned right here, man. I'm gonna move a little bit.
Listen, I'm gonna let you go and enjoy the rest of the day, man.
Actually, may I say one more thing to your viewers? All right, so when I started writing Titan, naturally I was not very good at reading, and I found it very important that it is an easy to digest novel. So not only did I make the chapters short, like 10 pages long, and filled with content, but I also made it that it progressively gets a little bit more difficult. The sentence structure and the vocabulary, and I really made it for people that don't always a lot of people want to read, but you don't know where to begin, or at least I don't. So you kind of pick up a book, you read half of it, you put it away. So I really wrote this book to keep you interested from the beginning to the end, and to almost be an introduction into literature. So I only made it $1. I want it to be accessible. It's $1 for the Kindle, and you can download a Kindle app and read on your PC. If you want a paperback, it's $20, but that's because I have to do print on demand, which is super expensive. But if you want it for only $1, hell, if you don't want it, send me a message and I will give you $1 right back. How about that? Like I want people to give it a chance, man. I see a big future in it.
All right, so you heard that. Listen, give it a chance. If you don't like the book, send a message to AJ. He will give you $1 back.
For sure, man. Definitely.
Well, when I release this episode, I'll make sure to put a link to. Is it on Amazon?
It's on Amazon, and I'll shoot you a link in Messenger.
Oh yeah, do that. Give me that, and when I release the episode, I'll put it in the descriptions, and everybody can definitely check you out and give it a download.
Thank you, brother.
Actually, when you shoot me the link, I'm download one for myself.
Thanks, man. And I don't know, where do you actually post your podcasts? I don't listen to podcasts too much.
But you know what? On every single platform.
I want to support you as well.
I'm on Spotify.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm on Spotify. You can find me. Stuck in My Mind podcast.
Spotify. You know what? I do listen to a lot of Spotify. I can put you on while I'm going to sleep.
That'd work.
Half an hour.
That'd work.
Cool, yeah.
I appreciate
it. Brushing my teeth, listening to a podcast. That sounds like fun.
I got some cool episodes, man. I got some really fun people.
You know what? How about you also give me a little list of the favorite ones you got, and I can start with those.
I'll send you a list of my favorite guests.
Cool, man. Cool. All right,
AJ, man. You have a great time, man. Enjoy your vacation while it lasts.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. It's going to be 2 more weeks, and I'm going to make it last as long as I can. A lot of drinking. Yeah, brother.
Keep on drinking. Yeah, enjoy it. Man. All right, thank you. All right, that was AJ Murre. And I appreciate AJ coming on the show. And big shout out again to Pink Cloud 9 for hooking that up. And now it's time for shout outs. Big shout out to my Real Wise fam, Brandy J, Poppy Jake, King Sace. Big shout out to my wifey Fina, love you. And big shout out to all the essential workers out there. God bless you. Be safe. You know how I do this. Wise is out. Peace out.
Thanks for listening. Listen on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, and TuneIn. Find us on social media on Twitter at wise_b_blunt, Instagram at wise_b_blunt, and a Facebook fan page, www.facebook.com/wise76. Check back soon for new episodes. Until next time, peace out.